Hi everyone. In the last chapter, we have finished the like records list view. Right now, when we click on the view like records, it will display the list of the like records. What I'm going to do in this chapter is to improve the design of this dashboard. Right now, we have a couple of problems. First of all, this button does not look good. It is grayish in color and it doesn't look good simply, and we have to center this genuine inspiration title also. So this is inside toolbar, so we have to find a way to edit the toolbar to make it to make the title in the center, and we have to improve this look of this dashboard activity. So let us come back to this dashboard activity. Let me close the active tabs, and here our dashboard is within this dashboard activity. So if you look at this one, the layout, activity dashboard layout, you can see that we are simply using two buttons. So in order to make it look good with some rounded corners and shadows and all, the best thing to use is a card view. So instead of button, we can use a card view here. So we are going to create a button behavior using Android card view. So first of all, we have to make the width to match parent, and of course we don't need this closing tag. We can just use /close, and here we have to provide something like 100 dp is fine. So we can use the same height as that of this button. And one thing we have to do is, currently the background color is too white. What we have to do is we have to make the card pure white but the background little bit grayish. So for that, I'm going to use the background tag, and here we can provide our own colors. So let us check with even. So that is a grayish color, and when I click on this, we will get this nice color picker. I'm going to take a color that is very close to white but not white. You will appreciate the importance of that color once we complete the card view. So just be patient. And right now we have card view, and we have a problem here. I was wrong about using this closing tag. We have to use this closing tag, because we have to add some text view component inside that card view, because since we were using button had a property of text, so we can assign our own text. But if you look at here, you cannot see any text tag because card view cannot have a text by its own. So what we need here is a text view inside the card view. So I'm going to use a text view, and I'm going to make it match parent and match parent, so it will fit inside this card view. Then we have to take this text property and put it there, and you can see that view or code is coming right there. And the next thing that we have to do is to align this one in center. So text, or we can use just gravity, and if we use gravity center, we will get the text at the center of this text view. And of course we need the text size to be a little bit large, so I'm going to make it 18, and I'm going to give the text color a pure black. Currently the color is not pure black, so I'm going to give the color to be black, so which is #000. Okay, so you can use either 6 zeros or you can use 3 zeros for black, no difference, so that is fine. So we have one card view and two buttons. So this button is no longer needed, but we need this ID anyway because we have to refer this card view from the program, and I'm going to delete this one. Now for the second button also, we have to make use of another card. And for that, I'm going to copy paste the original card, and then I'm going to replace this ID with the second button as ID, and I'm using this view like records text to this text view. Okay, the rest is everything. The rest is same as before. Okay, now we have two card views, and we have to give some padding to get the material design card effect. And for that, you can use compact padding equal to true. If you set use compact padding to true, then Android we don't have to provide the padding between these cards. Android will automatically provide enough padding as it finds. So let us just check with those two paddings. And we have to give a corner radius also, right? We have to get a corner or rounded corner, so that can be given using radius. So if you just type RAD, you can find the card corner radius, and I am going to give a card radius of maybe 10 dp. I think 10 dp is too big. Let us go with 5 dp. Okay, fine. Now, before running the program, we have to change a couple of things in the code. First of all, you can see that we are using a button for these IDs. So right now, if I run this program right now, it will crash because it is not this view all codes and view liked codes is not a button. Instead, it is now a card view. So what we have to do is we have to change that to card view, view all, and view linked buttons are now card view instead of a button. Now let us run the program. And let us just wait for the build to complete and the installing APK has been started. And if you run this program right now, you can see that we got 2 nice cards. You see here, you can see that the first one looks good, the second one looks good, and the background, since the background is not pure white, we are getting a good effect. Now we have to make some more changes. The padding right now is provided using the use combat padding. We haven't provided enough padding, so what we have to do is let us use some extra padding between this top, left, and right. And you can easily do that from this container. You can see that the first card and the second card is contained within this linear layout. Now let us give a padding for these buttons in the top, left, right, and in the middle. So you can give padding, or we have to give margin here because we want to provide a distance or margin between this component and the outside component. For example, for this one, if we give padding, nothing is going to happen, but if we provide margin, then this button will resize. I will show you what I meant by that. If I give padding of 20 dp, there is no difference, but if we give margin as 20 dp, you can see that the button went inside like this. So I hope you understood the difference between the padding and the margin. The problem right now is if we give layout margin 20 to both of this card view, then this gap is 20 dp, this gap is 20 dp, but this gap is 20 dp for this button and 20 dp for this button, which makes it total of 40 dp, 20 plus 20. So this is kind of awkward because the distance between these two buttons are too great. So we cannot use layout margin 20 as it is. We have to provide starting, ending, and top like that. So we can provide margin start, which is the starting here. So I'm going to set margin start to 20 dp, margin end equal to 20 dp, and margin top, the margin between this top end and this top end, and I'm going to set it as 10 dp. Let us limit that to 10 dp. So now this is 10, 20, 20, and the bottom I'm not going to set right now, and I'm going to replace this layout margin 20 dp with this above total code. So this distance is 20 dp, this distance is 20 dp, and the distance between view all codes and view liked codes is 10 dp. So now everything looks good. Now let us run the program and see how it is looking, how it looks now. Okay, now coming back to the code, everything seems fine. Okay, let me just look at this, and as you can see here, it looks much better than previous buttons. And one thing we are missing is the ripple effect. We had this problem in chapter 7 or 8, I don't remember exactly. So in order to get that ripple effect, you have to provide one more thing here. So as I said before, it is going to be the foreground, and we provide Android attribute of selectable item background. So once we give the selectable item background, we will get the ripple effect. So let me just do that for those two buttons, and let me run the code again. And if I click on this one, as you can see, we got a nice ripple effect. So that's it guys, that's the end of this video. In the next video we will talk about centering this toolbar text. It is not directly editable since it is provided by the Android system. So we'll have to do some extra works to make this genuine inspiration title at the center of this toolbar. Until then, bye bye.